Hello viewers, today I had a long day at work, but it's all worth it because when I got home I had this box from Amazon in the mail for me. It could be anything, but it's probably something that I actually ordered from them, which in this case is the Saitek X55 Rhino HOTAS. I don't think there's any commentary to be made about Amazon's packaging, so let's get right in there. Though I should tell you, anyone looking to order this from Amazon, because their supply is spotty, I don't know why that's related, it took them a couple extra days to process, so even if you're a Prime member, it's not going to be 2 days of shipping, it's going to be more like 4 or 5. Alrighty. Paper nonsense, that can be over there now. And then, big old box. Inside of another box. There we are. See the packaging? I can see it. Back end. Some color photography this time. Alright. See what kind of voodoo we have to do to open. Just one little dot kind of tape you have to undo. A little flap. I'm getting the impression, yeah, you're going to have to lay this flat while you open it. And Saitek wrote me a letter. They addressed it personally to Dear Rhino owner. Thank you for purchasing. We chose not to include a CD. They wanted me to know this. And instead they wanted me to download the drivers and software. So congratulations to me. I just figured out how to do that for the first time. Instruction manual. It is glossy and finished, so that's pretty cool. But you have to have what a button is explained to you. I don't think you're the target audience for this product. Not foam, this is just cardboard. It does instruct me that this is the top, so it's the right side to open. Alrighty. So, first thing we have is the actual stick itself. And the simplistic packaging. Hey, it's out. And it does have a nice feel in the hand. Set that aside for now. Ooh. Oh, throttle. You know, feels like it weighs a couple pounds. It's actually pretty beefy. Over there, and lay that down. Still got one more piece to go. Alright, this is the base of the stick. Oh, I can see. Not much to see, actually. Right. The plastic is just tough enough that you really can't tear it, and twisted in such a way that you have to go around it, so yay. Alright. So this is good and bad news. They liberally applied grease to the spring area, which means there's going to be a couple grease spots likely on the plastic. Nothing a little rubbing alcohol won't solve, but it is visible, so don't worry about that. There's a little bit on the stick too, not a big deal. I'm thinking this is just as simple as it looks, so yeah, it just slides right on there, and a couple twists clockwise, and there it is, locked into position. So there you got it all assembled. That was really difficult, but I instructed everyone on how to do that. So, how does it feel in your hand? The first blush is really good. It's got a nice grip for I would call that an average size hand. I know there's no scale of reference here, but nothing really feels out of reach or like I have to stretch for it. And putting my finger on the trigger, my palm is really on that palm rest, and it's probably gonna help fight fatigue, which the palm rest should if it's in the right position. Throttle has got really strong resistance. Really makes you feel like it's substantive, and it might be hard to tell, but it's not sliding across the table, so that's nice. No matter how much force I'm like putting the weight of my arm into it, and it's not sliding across the table. It's got, alright, it's got little rubber stoppers there, which would be also, you can see straight through. This is where you'd mount it on a desk with bolting if you'd want to, or a platform, whatever gamer chair you might have set up as your rig. Let's see. Okay, that's different. I thought some of these wheels might have a kind of a click to them as they go between their settings. They don't. They just kind of spin free. One up here has maximums. So does this one. The little mouse nub down there and some 8-ways. They all feel good. Everything feels mechanical. Like nothing feels like a membrane response. I mean, you can hear that. I'm sure that's picking up on the video. The actual clickiness there. Yeah, I mean, it's noisy. Okay, I think that's what this is. This little wheel on the side, yeah, that's affecting the resistance of the throttle. So if you want to lighten it up, give yourself more of a feather touch on it, that's what that is. There we go. How loose can it get? Okay, yeah, pretty loose. And you can see one finger's moving it at this point. And so, I wonder if it was all the way tightened at first. And that's as far as it's going. Yeah, that's pretty much where it started out. Pretty darn good resistance. It's got a couple metal parts. This wheel over here, which is the one I found that does continuously spin, so use that. If you were trying to browse with it, you could use it as your scroll wheel. The toggle switches are metal. Little rails. I really can't tell if it's plastic or metal. Let's see. Here's something metal. Alright, they're plastic. They're just a really dense plastic. And this is a good thing about going with something that's definitely plastic and it's not just using a little bit of metal doodads, is to tend to go with a higher quality plastic. Some people even complain about different hands-on throttle and stick rigs by being exterior metal and having cheap plastic components on the inside. So at least Saitek's honest. Oh, that's a button too. Okay, so first impression, really solid build quality. There's none of the stiffness or scratchiness that some people have described in moving the stick from center. There's also very tiny amount of slop. It's so small that it's really not going to be a problem for anyone that I can see. I mean, everyone's different, but I can't see it being an issue for me. I like this throttle so much with the resistance and the amount of options it's got that I think even if you use a different stick setup, you might see the value of buying this, not using this, but I really like the feel of this. I'm looking forward to trying it out more, just to have this throttle. I've put my hands on a Warthog's throttle before, and this feels better. So I think that pretty much covers unboxing and, first responses, first impressions of it, and hopefully it's helpful to some people out there.